everybody. Very, very interesting topic this morning. As a parent, how do you react, how should you react when your child's interests and behaviors fall outside of what many consider to be the norm? That was the question that Cheryl Kilo Davis wrestled with when her son Dyson showed a preference for girls' clothing and enjoyed dressing up like a princess. Look, he is adorable. To find acceptance for her son's interests and to help others accept kids like Dyson, Cheryl wrote a children's book called My Princess Boy, which is now being used as an anti-bullying tool in her son's elementary school, and it is a great book. So what can other parents learn from the Kilo Davis family, and what does it mean for parents of girls who are tomboys or boys who are princess boys? Please welcome Cheryl Kilo Davis, her son Dyson, and psychologist Dr. Deborah Vilhauer. Welcome, all of you. Hey, buddy. This is a great topic for us to talk about because I think this is one of those things that we know about and yet we don't discuss for a variety of reasons. When did you first notice that Dyson was interested in girl stuff with apparel?
Well, Dyson was almost 2 years old when he started having kind of a unique eye for everything beautiful. So anything pink or sparkly, he just had a really, really great eye for anything that was just beautiful.
And what did you think about that?
You know, it was a struggle for me at first. I think my initial reaction, the first public display we had of it was picking him up from his daycare. And he ran up to me in a bright red sequins dress and pink heels. And I immediately felt uncomfortable.
What questions did it raise in your mind? Why uncomfortable?
You know, I looked around to see what the other parents were looking at him. I looked around to see how they were looking at me. I think it was a little bit of the image and just our preconceived perceptions of what should be and what seems to be the way it should be. So I actually went to the store that evening and purchased some dress-up clothes for boys and put it in the dress-up closet area because I thought, well, there must not be enough options that are pretty for boys, so I got some really pretty kung fu outfits and things like that.
But he still preferred.
Well, the next day he showed up. When I showed up, he greeted me in a yellow dress. So I knew then that this wasn't about a gender specification for him. It was just about what he thought was really pretty and what he enjoyed to do. So.
Dr. Vilhauer, when things like this happen, whether it's a girl who is a super tomboy, although there's more societal okay for that than for boys who show a preference for girl things, how do parents handle this and incorporate it and sort of calibrate their expectations and reactions?
Well, of course, parents will handle it in a variety of ways, in a lot of different ways. I think that it's important for parents to realize that there's more than one way to be a boy. There's more than one way to be a girl. We've got a very healthy, happy child here who's expressing his individuality and his creativity. He's a very creative child. He's interested in art and design, and this is one way that he is expressing that individuality. I think it's also important for parents to keep in mind that you invest now in your child or you pay later. That if we can, as parents, support our child's preferences and passions and show them that we love them for who they are.
We love their authentic
selves. We
love
them, right? And they're much less likely to experience anxiety, depression, and so on and so forth as teenagers and young adults.
Do parents have questions about, is this a phase? Does this mean something about gender identification? Does it mean something about orientation? Did those questions go through your mind, Cheryl?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the reasons that we worked with Dr. Vilhauer and our family medicine, doctor was I wanted, the only message you get out there is that there's a gender confusion issue. Right. And so I wanted to make sure that, he was happy and healthy. That's what we want for our children. And
absolutely.
So I absolutely went to doctors. I worked with our teachers and, and just really kind of asked around, how does this work?
Well, you wrote this wonderful book, and I want to just read one short section here. Dyson, how are you doing, by the way, buddy? Do you like your book? Pretty good? You've got a cold today, so I know that you don't necessarily want to talk, but you do other things besides dressing up. You like basketball too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And riding your bike?
Mm-hmm.
What else do you like to do? I'm guessing stuff with your brother, but you tell me.
What do you like, Bubba?
I like to dress up in different kind of clothes
Is it fun?
and jewelry.
Because it's fun?
Mm-hmm.
You like things that sparkle?
Mm-hmm.
I like your socks. Show us your socks. We've got some hot pink socks going here. There we go. Pretty cute. Let me read just a little part of the book. I love my princess boy. When we go shopping, he is the happiest when looking at girls' clothes. But when he says he wants to buy a pink bag or a sparkly dress, people stare at him. When he buys girl things, they laugh at him, and then they laugh at me. It hurts us both.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can do what you want to me, but not to my kid, kind of thing. You know, I can only imagine the feelings. And so I love the fact that this book just points out, hey, we're all different, and it's okay. It's okay. Dad's in the audience. How are you doing with all this?
I'm fine with it. I just want him to be happy and healthy, and if this is the form he chooses to express himself, that's fine. I just, in the end, when he's grown up, I want him to be able to say no matter what he chooses, is that, you know, I'm so glad my parents supported me. I can't believe I did that, or I'm glad that, you know, I was accepted for who I am, and that's the important thing.
You're a
is that
good dad.
He knows he has a
You're a good dad.
sanctuary at home, and it should be with his parents.
And just to give credit where credit is due, we have some of the folks who are here from Dyson School, and I just want to hear a little bit about what the teachers are doing to plan to support Dyson on Halloween. Who'd like to tell me about that?
Yes, I'm Judith, and
Hi, Judith.
was Dyson's teacher last year. And Cheryl had called me and told me that she was concerned because Dyson wanted to be a princess and was very serious. It wasn't something as a joke, but it was something very serious. And we had been talking all year about this and being a community. And with the students, too, we talk about how people are different and that we all like different things. And everyone in the classroom accepted him. Well, during Halloween, she was concerned, so I called everyone in the school, from the maintenance man, the gardeners, you know, all the teachers, and explained that he was going to be a princess boy for Halloween. And so they all came together. The teachers talked to the students and talked about, and the subject was brought up, which was fabulous. And 3 of the stereotypical most macho men in the school got dressed up as ballet dancers for him, to support him. And so they had called me and said, do you think this would be all right? And I said, yes, as long as it's not a joke, because I think that's what's important. It's something that you want to do.
Sincere support. Yeah.
Right. And so what was so beautiful is that they got up, they did a dance, and instead of laughter, through the whole school, there were cheers.
Yeah.
And I was just so touched by that.
That is great. Judith, thank you very much.
Sure.
I just have a quick moment. I want to talk to Dyson's brother. What would you like to say to us, buddy, about your brother? Pretty cool guy?
Yeah. So, Halloween, my mom was kind of getting a little bit scared that people would laugh at Dyson for Halloween when he wanted to be a princess. I was picking out a Ninja Turtle costume while Dyson was begging my mom to be a Cinderella for Halloween, and he called Dad to warn and saying, like, what should I do? What's happening? And I just I stood up and said, Mom, just let him be happy. Because he's my little brother and I want him to be happy. And if he's happy, I'm happy. And so is my mom and dad.
Yeah. Bless you, buddy. Bless you. I don't think anybody could possibly have said it any better. Dyson, buddy, thank you so much for being here. I hope your cold gets better. Cheryl, thank you for this
Thank
book
you
and for sharing your
talking
story.
about acceptance. This is about acceptance, and we need to broaden this discussion.
We need a little more of that in the world.
Yes,
A
we
little
do.
more love, kindness, and acceptance would go a long way. Doctor, thank you as well. The book is called My Princess Boy. It's now available at several local bookstores, including The Secret Garden, Elliott Bay Bookstores, and Third Place Books. I highly recommend it. We'll also provide links on our website so that you can find other places to purchase it at king5.com/new day. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. When we come back, we'll talk more about how to protect yourself from colds and flu the natural way with PCC. Back right after this.